the title and the brand and your listing. It's very important to do the research by putting them long tail keywords inside your listing, giving the algorithm what it wants. Once you give the algorithm what it wants, you give the customer what it wants. It's money, right? So in this video, I'm going to show you how to find keywords for your Amazon listing using free tools. And if you get any value out of this video, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up, please. What free tools can you use to find low competition keywords? This is a big topic, all right? And this is so important when it comes to finding low competition keywords, is like understanding your niche and how people are searching for it. And that is probably like the easiest way to figure that out, because if, let's say if you're hanging out in like on your Facebook group and you know your niche, or you're hanging out on Pinterest, or you're hanging out on Instagram and you're looking like in the comments and people are like, someone says a funny comment or something, right? I love you long time, for example, right? And people are searching, people are going to start searching for that on Amazon. Like no one knows about that yet, but you do. So the way you think people will search for it on Amazon is one way to do that, right? Okay, so think about it that way. So if someone's coming over here into the search bar, I love you long time, right? Long time, look, it says sign. If someone comes over here and types in, let's say shirt, for example, so because this is going to be related to Amazon merch or KDP, but this pretty much applies to any product that you're selling on Amazon. So, and you can see that they're typing in, I will not love you long time t-shirt. So, but you get the idea how like, it populates keywords for you. But if in one way to stay ahead of your competition, right, and find those low search volume keywords is by hanging out in your niche, right? It's not going on Amazon and looking at what the best sellers are on the platform. You can do that. Yes, that's one way to do it. But in order for you to stay ahead of everyone, you just have to like live and breathe your niche and be in there and hanging out with them, right? Because that's one way to figure out when the new saying's coming up before anyone even talks, like anyone let's say when people are creating t-shirt designs, right? Okay, when people are doing that, in order for you to get ahead of those people, your competition, like myself, you have to be in there hanging out with them, right? Because then you'll be like, oh dude, that's a funny saying, that's a t-shirt design. Okay, I'm gonna show you a few tools that I like to use personally myself. You can see when I type this in, right, it's the AMZ suggestion expander. It's right here, and I'll put this down below in the description. Right, it's a really cool tool. It helps you with the search bar when you're typing in things, and this is so important, because this is one way to get ideas, like to find keywords and what people are searching for. So for example, we're gonna come back over here. I'm gonna type in, let's say funny dog, right? Let's say shirt. Okay, when I type in funny dog shirt, we got a freaking ton of results, right? 20,000. So how in the world are we going to, and this is the idea behind this, how are we going to be able to rank for this without driving our own traffic, without running Amazon ads, without even using any influencers, any of that stuff, right? How are we going to rank for that? It's like impossible. Okay, unless you find a long tail keyword that no one knows about, right? And one of the best ways that we're going to do that, okay, is by using the AMZ suggestion expander. And there's another tool called the Productor, right? And if you're unaware of that, it's this little, where is it at? The Productor, it's right here. Okay, this little tool. Okay, now I'm gonna come over here to research on pages. Okay, boom, this right here. Okay, this right here, by doing this, is gonna pop up a ton of stuff. It's gonna slow down the page a little bit, but remember, it's like working for you. Now, I'm not saying we're going to find low competition keywords in this video, because it's going to take a little bit of time. The idea, I want you guys to get the main idea, and then you're going to actually have to go out there and do the work, right? Yourself, do the work. One of the most important things that I look for when it comes to keywords is I like to use the search bar, right? One of the tools that we're going to use is, like I said, is the AMZ suggestion expander, and then the Productor, and then the keywords everywhere. Okay. There's a few different ways that you can approach this. Okay, you can start by searching on Google. You can start by searching by using the Amazon search bar. The AMZ suggestion expander does this really cool thing, right? So now think about it. So funny dog. So what type of dog, right? You got to think about it this way. Let's do English bulldog. Okay, let's try to go down even more. Funny English bulldog. Okay, we went from 20,000 results to 4,000. Now let's say we type in shirt. Okay, we're getting, like, the goal is to, we want to find, now we went up to 6,000. Okay, the goal is to find a long tail keyword with very little search results. Okay, how are we going to do that? We got to dive into this bad boy, right? We have to understand the niche. We got to be the best. We have to create the best design for this niche, right? Okay, or the best product or whatever it is. Okay, so what are some funny sayings in this niche, right? So as I come down here, we're seeing Bulldog Dad. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Bulldog Mom. Your wife, my wife. Okay. The anatomy. Okay, go down a little bit. Okay, let's go down. And you're gonna see, because it's slowing down just a little bit, because it's just grabbing. You can see that it's grabbing. It's pulling up all this data information. And you want this type of stuff because it's gonna help you make a better decision. Like, okay, if this shirt is in 500K BSR and it's the whole front page is in a 500K BSR, we can see that it's continuously ranking, right? And it's making sales, and that's what we want to see. And of course, there's a food tools that we can look at. Let's look at the BSRs, right? The last 90 days, you can see the BSR, the average rank and stuff like that. Okay, that's important. Okay, let's go down a little bit more, and you're gonna see different types of keywords. All keywords is pulling up funny English, Bulldog Mom. Okay, this is information that is being shown to you, right? So come in this with the open mind to figure out, okay, what type of design can I create for a funny English Bulldog Mom? Maybe there's a funny English Bulldog Grandma or something like that. I'm not sure. My brother is an English Bulldog. Here we go. So maybe my sister, right? But you can see, you can do this type of stuff. My sister is an English. You can do this type of stuff, and it's not even populating, right? Maybe it's just not enough search volume. Or my sister is a. Let me see. See how we're doing this, and look at the results. Okay, as we go in and take apart keyword per key, like, make a long tail keyword, make it longer. It's like creating less competition for us, right? Okay. And without using paid tools, by the way, it's going to take a little bit more work. Okay, I'm not saying that you have to use any paid tools, but this is using the free method. And if you're using this type of, like, the free method this way right here, my sister is an English Bulldog. We're using the search bar to kind of just give us data right here, right? See, my Bulldog is my Valentine. So as we do this, we want to see, okay, we see BSRs and stuff like that. We see that. Also want to see reviews, right? You want to see that it's consistently selling. This one looks like it's consistently selling, right? And just loading up the data still right here. But as we go down more, and you don't want to copy someone else's design. Okay, that is, as you start to grow and learn niches and stuff like that, your goal is to dominate the niche, right? I don't care what anyone else is doing. My goal is to be the best illustration, have the best design in that niche. Okay. That's going to create, and you're like, well, it's easy for you to say because you can do that. Well, at the end of the day, I work my way up to do that, right? So understanding that it takes a little bit more time and effort into this. In a way, I'm looking at other people's illustrations, and I'm like, okay, cool. This illustration is okay. It's like a really flat, no detail. I can have my illustrator do like a really good illustration, okay, and be the best in that niche, right? But it's not saying that something simple doesn't sell, because simple does sell, right? So you need to understand that, okay? And I'm looking, and I'm just grabbing stuff in here and trying to figure out, okay, I see keywords, I see certain things in here that are sticking out to me, but what can I do, right? So we did that, right? And we as we looked in here, we didn't find nothing, right? My sister is an English Bulldog, okay? We don't have a, and you have to double check that, right, too. It might be not a, or it might be an English Bulldog. So you want to double check that too as well. So it is a English Bulldog, is an English Bulldog. The correct, I think it's an English Bulldog, AN. But as you come in here, you want to check to see what's going on, right? And you're looking at some BSR, looking at some reviews, but as we come up here, we're finding something because these are products not in the merch catalog, right? And merch by Amazon dashboard, right? You can't upload to these products, and you're seeing that, okay? So here's an example, and here's an idea, right? You see how I did that. Now let's take it a step further, right? Let's come over here to let's search this, right? And we can use google.com, okay? And then we can go to like images, or we can go to shopping. Let's say shopping. Let's see what pops up. So you're gonna see certain things pop up. English Bulldog Mom again. And that might be it. Like as we're doing that right there, you can see English Bulldog, like a little pocket, right? Pocket design, and a little nerdy kind of, or it might be men's. Okay. Sorry, I'm late. My dog was sitting on me. Interesting. Okay. So as you see that design right there, right? Let's open up over here. Sorry, I was late. My dog was... Okay, see how it's popping up? That's the cool thing about that. It pops up, it auto-populates for you. Helps you. Sorry, I'm late. So there's over 334 search results in this. Okay, now the idea behind this is get this, the very little competition as possible, right? 275. This is good because the reason being, the search result right here, and this is important. If I put this in my title, okay, so sorry, I'm late. My dog was sitting on me, or my sister is an English Bulldog, right? If I put this into my title, if I make a sale with that design, it's going to be easier for me to get on the front page, okay? And this is important because if you do that, it's only going to take about 1 or 2 sales, and all of a sudden, you're going to see that some of these listings don't even have any BSRs. So that means if I make a sale for that saying or that phrase, I'm going to be ranking pretty close to the front page because there's no one ranking for it, right? So it's saying I'm automatically be on the front page. Doesn't mean I'm not going to be number 1. I might be number 3, number 4, number 5, right? But it's saying it's easier for me to rank for 334 results or for 275 compared to 20,000, right? Because once I start to rank on the front page, that means I'm going to get more traffic. And usually when you get more traffic, what does that mean? You get more sales, right? So that's exactly how you would do it. So you would usually use the AMC suggestion expander to help you and leverage, to find that new saying, to find the new saying in the niche and try to dive in deeper to figure out what you can create that no one else has so you can get ranking on the front page. And if you do it that way, right, you're going to create less competition for yourself. Less competition means more sales. Okay. Well, it means basically you have a better opportunity to make more sales, right? Now, let's come over here to the producer, right? I'm going to blur a lot of this stuff out too as well, by the way, guys, because let's come over here to the main page. Merch. Okay. A cool little feature that I've been using to find new sales, right? I'm going to blur out a lot of this stuff, okay, is when I come down here, the dark mode on. As I come down here to the bottom, this has this cool little feature that I love to double check because you have to make sure you're okay. You're not doing any type of trademarks or infringing designs or copyright design or anything like that, right? You want to be careful over here, but sometimes you'll find some new sayings in here that will not even be popped up on Amazon.com. Okay, it's basically what it's doing. It's, if you can do this little configure thing, anything with the word, anything that do related with the word shirt in it, it's basically saying it's adding it to the end, and it's getting it from the Google search results. And this is like a hidden gem on Productor that I've been testing and using. I'm like, okay, I'll make a few different designs, and it's really cool because hedge hugs shirt. So what I would do, so copy this. And then let's come back over to Amazon, right? And let's type that in, okay? And press enter. Okay, it has a ton of results, and it's, okay, a pillow. Cool, it's a cool little pillow, right? And it's like niches that I'd never even thought about, right? And this is one way to come in here and find new niches, right? It's crazy. It's a cool little tool, but as you can see, there's obviously designs in here for it. I'm not saying to make this, but using that as a reference and going back and forth and checking it every day you're going to have different results every single day. And you can see like this is a big niche on Amazon. A lot of people are in here making different designs for it, right? It's a really cool feature that Productor has added into here. Now, there's certain things in here like vaccinated t-shirt. Like I wouldn't make that on Amazon because it's like I feel like it's in the gray area. For me personally, on my account, I wouldn't do that. I feel like if I would make that, I would get like a little ding on my account, so I wouldn't do that. Certain things in here that you can't do. You see Baylor championship shirt. You can't do that, of course. There's certain things that you can't do, but you're gonna see like the percentages. You know, like this is like it's trending and search volume and stuff like that. That's really cool. There's a few type of phrases that I found in here and I made designs for, and I was like the first one up, and I made sales like within 12 hours. I was like, dude, this really works. So this is cool right here. I would check this out on a daily thing. Every time you wake up in the morning, come over here to the Productor, check out the trends, see what's going on over here. I'm gonna blur up a lot of this stuff out because I have all my information. So blur out all this stuff, But this right here, up and coming events, this is really cool too, because when you're coming in here you can see like, oh, look at Earth Day, Chinese Language Day, and then keep on going. You're gonna see World Asthma Day, go, and there's a ton of information. There's a ton of different niche ideas, okay, in here, okay, and this is amazing because it's gonna help you stay ahead of the game in design, okay. I talked about this a lot, where just staying ahead of the game instead of ahead of your competition in designing is one way to get the first sale, right, and be number one. So something that you should definitely think about as you're making your designs for your niches. This is one way to do it, right? World Tuna Day. I didn't even know about that. International Jazz Day, right? There you go. This is cool. So looking at this and then coming down here and looking at this is some of the best ways to find new niches, find new sayings, and make more damn money, baby. You know what I mean? All right. So now let's say we found a phrase, right? One of the cool things is we're not done there yet. All right. So I came over here and I typed in English Bulldog shirt on Google. Okay. The tool that I'm using is Keywords Everywhere. Okay. And I'll put that down below in the description. Right. So on the right hand side, so it's going to find long tail keywords for English Bulldog, but then sometimes it doesn't pop up, and then it says related keywords, right? This is going to give you a ton of information. And then here's the long tail keywords right here. So for example, people are typing this stuff in, right? Old English Bulldog, right? So there's an Old English Bulldog shirt, right? People are typing that stuff in, okay? I would use these type of analytics and this type of data that I'm getting over here on Google, and then kind of do like a reverse search over on Amazon.com to kind of like validate it, right? And then you can use this pretty much on every single other platform, like Etsy. You can go to Walmart, you can go to Redbubble or any other platform, because this is telling you, like, Google is the biggest search engine in the world, right? Okay, it doesn't matter where you are. These type of keywords that these people are using, they're using this type of stuff. So people are searching for English Bulldog Christmas shirt. Are they really? Okay. And as you're looking for this type of stuff, you're going to come over here to, let's come over here to Amazon.com again. Let's scroll this back up. Come over here and we're going to type that in. Are people really searching for this? Right. And then you come down here and you look at the reviews. You can look at the BSRs if you want. You look at the reviews, you're going to see that, okay, that's validating. Okay. It is. People are searching for it. But of course, what? It's out of season, right? That means people are still searching for the damn word, right? English Bulldog Mom. Now, we've been seeing this. It's been telling us, right? So we know it's there. Look at English Bulldog Hawaiian shirt. This is interesting because you're like, okay, cool. Like, people are really searching for Hawaiian. Is it actual like a Hawaiian shirt with a little, like a yellow, and then it has all the print? Oh, look it. You know what I mean? Like, there's just like a silhouette right here with some floral on there. But so this is interesting. Now we're coming down. Oh. So it's like a little rabbit hole that you're going through, right? Because we just learned the niche in this video of English Bulldog. But we went from Amazon.com to Productor to Google search, and now we're back on Amazon.com because we're kind of validating everything that we're researching right now, okay? And I just basically kind of just told you a story, right? There's not one size fits all to do research. There's so many different ways. Okay, there's no right way to do research. So many different ways that you can do research. And this is big because you kind of just found like a new sub niche that you can dive into. English Bulldog Hawaiian. And obviously let's look at this one right here. By looking at this one and we come down, I'm going to look at this BSR chart down here. Okay. I'm going to come down here. This one, helium 10. This is the productors 1, 2 as well. I like to use the helium 10 one. Okay. As we come down, you can see that it's showing us that it's making consistent sales. Okay. So it's validating that for us, right? It's showing us like, here's a sales history, right? And it's boom, boom, like sales. Not only that, you can also, by looking at the reviews or the ratings, come down. Okay. Served its purpose June 2nd, 2019. As I'm making this video. Yeah. Okay. So as I'm doing this and looking at the information, I can see that, okay, this niche has some type of demand and people are searching for it. So what does that mean? All right, I'm going to figure this niche out a little bit more and try to create something for this niche that no one else is doing so I can make some money. And hopefully this video has helped you and you can see the tactics and the methods that I'm using. I always recommend too, once you start making money using this free method, okay, I'm going to have, so helium 10 down below in the description, and I have a coupon code down there for you. Okay. I'm affiliate for them, but I make so much content with them, using them. I'll show you how to do certain things and how to use keyword research as I've done in this video. You must do your keyword research before you start designing first, right? And then after you do that, you start to invest into these paid tools because you want to make sure there's a search volume in certain niches, because the way I did it right here, the only way that we're finding search volume is by validating, by making sure there's a BSR or they have reviews, right? Doing that is like basically telling us, okay, there is demand in this niche, but if you use like helium 10, it'll tell you like the search results and stuff like that. And also too, Merch Informer down below. I have my affiliate, my coupon down there down below too. Check that out. And hopefully you guys get the idea by you doing the keywords and looking at all this stuff. It tells, like, look at Productive tells you a ton of information. By you doing the research and figuring out what people are searching for in your niche and providing them what they want. First things first, the title, right? The title and the brand and your listing. It's very important to do the research by putting them long tail keywords inside your listing, giving the algorithm what it wants. Once you give the algorithm what it wants, you give the customer what it wants. It's money, right? You make money, you provide food for your family or whatever the heck your goal is, right? Whatever you're doing, okay? Yeah, that's the goal. And this is why I make these videos. So make sure you give it a thumbs up and check out my other video up here.